Bunting and Luke Humphries. That is about to come up. But what we've just seen from Luke Littler in taking out the Iceman by 6 legs to 3 is Luke Littler's first ever ton plus average in Leeds. So he might be getting used to playing on a somewhat unfamiliar stage, because he didn't win a game there last year. He's won 2 tonight, and the Iceman is out. So we are going to get an English winner in Leeds tonight, and following on from Humphries' victory in 2024 against MVG 6-5 last year, and Michael Smith's 6-4 victory against Gerwyn Price in 2023, MVG will still be the only non-English winner in Leeds in this format post tonight. But it could be a defence for Luke Humphries if he gets a match against Luke Littler tonight, Mark Wilson.
Yeah, takes on Stephen Bunting in our second semi-final. Humphries unbeaten on the stage here, but Littler a lot to like about that performance. 104.29 as he wins and not ends the hoodoo against Gerwyn Price, but he'll be happy he's got one over the top of Price, who picks up another couple of points in his bid to lock up a place in the top 4. And look for Bunting. Whenever he's got past the first round, he's got to a final, and hoping that'll be the case again tonight.
I think the confidence levels of Bunting in that first game of, against Dobey tonight, it was very fluctuant. And as far as the 1-2-1's concerned, he's feeling $1 million right now. But in the middle of that match, he was really struggling with his throw. He was snatching a couple of darts. He was very displeased with the way that some darts were flying. But he figured it out, and it just goes to show the mental strength that Stephen Bunting has worked on over the last 2 or 3 years. It is bearing fruit in tight games like that one against Dobey. Dobey didn't do anything wrong at the end, apart from leaving 3-5-6 after 6 darts. That's the only thing he did wrong in the final leg of that contest.
Yeah, well, he missed a match start to win it 6-4, Dobey, but you have to give credit to Bunting. 4 legs on the spin. Chris mentioned the stat, he's averaging over 100 since March in PDC events. You know, that is some going. He's playing all right, Stephen Bunting. I mentioned earlier he's won his first World Series of Darts, his first European Tour event. He has won a night. He'll be hoping to take at least one more night out with him before he bows out of the tournament, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think pride kicks in if you're in this position. What you want to do is go as high as possible, and it's all about taking one step at a time, and the next one is to trample all over Luke Humphries and be the person who was responsible for him being beaten in Leeds for the first time. So the undefeated streak of 4 for Humphries in this city is now on the chopping block once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the International Darts Open and the Bahrain Darts Masters, a 2-time World Championship semi-finalist, a winner of the Masters, and a former Lakeside champion. It's time to meet the Bullet, Stephen.
How many times Stephen Bunting is going to sing this song in 2025? He's just about to sign someone's head. The man's a legend.
I can guarantee you that he's signed Stranger Things in someone's forehead. It's a really good question. I want to get Harry Durham on that one. Ask these guys, where's the strangest place
I don't want to know. I do not want to know.
I know Wayne Marvels, that's a great story.
Stephen Bunting wowing the crowd as ever. A mate of mine once got his head signed by Bobby Paul. Right? And Bobby Paul signed it with a biro, and at the end, he stabbed the focus. He stabbed him when he put the full stop at the end of it. I thought it was quite funny. Probably not for my friend, granted, but of course, you have to be there, I guess. Stephen Bunting, is he about to end the Humphries domination in Leeds? Well, look, Humphries goes 5 from 5.
In our second Leeds semi-final, it's time to welcome back the world World Champion, the winner of the World Masters.
John McDonald is going to be standing there wrapping up the titles of Pool and Luke is going to be there for a while. He's going to have to dilute it a little bit. This guy is one of the best players we've ever seen, and in his own words on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, Mark, he said he doesn't believe he's in the top 10 of all time, but he will be.
Yeah, he's a long way from being done yet, isn't he? A man looking to accumulate titles. Interesting what the majors hold for him this year. We're going back to Blackpool, of course, looking to win another match play title. What a phenomenal rise it has been for Luke Humphries. Can you quite believe it? I know, Nico, you were speaking to him when he wasn't the player he is now. Can you believe quite how far he's come in such a quick space of time?
I'm not surprised by it because he's so meticulous and he's made so many good choices. He worked on his mind, he worked on his body, he worked on his approach. There is not one rock that he has not looked under. But if there are other obstacles, other rocks that he finds, he will not be hesitant in turning it over and finding out what he has to do next. He is super smart in trying to get through a career to this point. He's had his troubles, but he has come out shining every single time.
Really warm embrace between the two players. But when you spend near enough 5 months in each other's company, I think it's important that you do get along well. These two clearly do. Pool and Luke getting along well with the crowd in Leeds. His adopted home city, if you like. He's enjoying life, and why shouldn't he? The world #1, looking to win his first Premier League title.
I don't mean to be a tease, Mark, or for everybody on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, but I am privileged to have some information about Humphries for next month. He's looking forward to the World Cup for more than one reason, and you will find out why soon.
Fair enough. You tease.
Yeah, that's what YouTube channels are all about.
Is it?
You know, making
I'm
an
an old man, Nick. I don't know what YouTube's all about, do I?
Of course you do. It's all about the darts, isn't it?
There you go. Bunting.
Signing someone's top of their head, not forehead.
Well, at least we'll know when he turns up for work tomorrow whether he's had a shower or not. His mates will know, won't they?
Yeah, somebody get the iron wool out.
So Luke Humphries qualified for the playoffs at the O2 at the end of the month. You'll hear that live on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. The battle on for the places 3 and 4, and it's a battle that is destined to go all the way until Sheffield in 2 weeks' time. Aberdeen next week. Another handshake between the two. Humphries with a throw, then looking to wrap up a place in the final against Luke Littler. Will he prevail, or will Bunting produce a bit of an upset?
I'll tell you what's a really interesting chat, not for now because the match is starting, but there are some people who believe that Premier League Darts should go to another country like Poland, Hungary, Belgium, something like that. And a lot of people believe that either Leeds or Sheffield will have to go. They're two magnificent arenas, but two in the same county, albeit the biggest one in England. It's up for debate.
The word out there, Nick, the best one in England. I think you should have said that.
The Leeds Arena.
Oh, the county of York.
I'm not going to argue with you. That's for sure. I love Yorkshire. Miss Barnsley on the Pro Tour. The good old Metrodome. Spent many a time there. But I like the first game that Humphries played tonight. You can just feel a little bit of extra air on the stage, but he figured it out against MVG.
Well, I mean, the point you make is a valid one. We've seen the World Series going to Poland, it's going to Denmark, America. You wonder where the European Tour will go next. Will they get an event in Poland? You would imagine that's got to be pretty close.
Yeah, I think Poland is a shoe-in. I, for the life of me, don't know why they don't go to Ireland. We need to go to Ireland, but we need to find an arena that will hold it. That's the problem.
It's not just rocking up, turning up. You've got to have somewhere good to go, and that may be the biggest bone of contention there. But so many places, and look, wherever it goes, it sells out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like weird science, this sport. So many places, so many parties. Bunting 140, looking for double 10. and misses it just a little bit left. So Humphries on 60 to hold in the first leg of the semi-final. Slightly high on the single, and then gets another single and hits the double 10. Very well done. So not the same quality that we saw in the first leg of the first semi-final, but that's a very decent start from the world number one.
Yep, it is. He's off and running. Well, Bunting did have an opportunity.
And Stephen 1-0 down, and he was down a lot of the way against Chris Dobey in his quarter-final as well. So tonight, he's Stephen hunting.
Hunting some trebles here on his own throw. We mentioned that game with Dobey. He didn't lead until the last leg.
They're the hardest ones to swallow when you've led the whole way, and then at the end the referee calls the score and the game for your opponent. They sting a little bit, and Humphries does not want to have something like that happen in Leeds, where he is undefeated, 4 out of 4. It's a very good record, and he's very proud of it.
Yeah. Fourth meeting in the Premier League so far this campaign. Humphries leads that particular metric 2-1, but Stephen Bunting will draw great delight in the fact that he beat Humphries in the Bahrain Darts Masters in the semi-finals, beat him 7-6, and he beat him 7-6 at the International Darts Open as well. So that was at the semi-final stage. So when it comes to semi-finals, it's Bunting who's got the upper hand.
Yeah, great point. That game they had in Riesa at the International Darts Open was a corker. Actually, Humphries' best showing in a European Tour event this season. So he was stopped in getting a title that he doesn't possess by his opponent in this semi-final here in Leeds.
There was an element of retribution though in Manchester in the Premier League of Darts when Humphries was looking for 127, can't find the treble. Average 118.43 to beat Bunting.
Ouch. One of the best performances we've ever seen in the Premier League, but this is 98 for Bunting, 60 hit. He's blocked the 38, but he finds a way past it, of course. We'll just call that the number 98 bypass, because it's 1-1. How he does that with a blocker dart. It's arguably better than anybody in the last 20 years. We all thought it was because the darts were so light. Well, he's put 50% of weight on them in the last couple of years. And hasn't it worked? It really has.
It's amazing, isn't it, really, how you look at how it's taken so long for that little revolution to happen, if you like, about his darts. We see players messing about with their equipment all the time, but to make such a big change, and they're so comfortable with it, it's staggering, really.
Yeah, 50% added on is something that never happens until now. And weirdly, when Bunting started to go bananas at the end of 2024 and making the later stages of the Worlds, he said, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner.
Well, yeah, after sight, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But he's smalling in this match, 1-1, Humphries 1-4-6, Bunting on 2-6-1, but he's in the red bit at the hockey now, and again, is this another Bunting maximum? It is.
That was sweet as a nut, but it's 1-4-6 for Humphries. He's got the 57. Another, not quite, just a little bit above it. And then he strays into the 4, going for the treble 18 bed to leave himself on 66. Stephen, 81 left for a break of throw. He's got the small 19 and the big 12. Has he got the bull again? Not this time. He misses it low and left, and only just as well.
He's had a dart to in every leg, Bunting, but he could find himself 2-1 down. He will be 2-1 down if he hits double 16, Humphries, and he does.
Well, that was such a good finish. Bunting is thinking, you miss this, you're going to be in peril. And Humphries throws the dart and stays in position. And one thing it looks like he's working on is making sure he's more static on dart 3. We've spoken many times covering darts on the radio that the biggest fault, even of pros, is them moving on their third dart. What Coolhand did on that 66 check out with double 16 is he made sure he threw it and stayed still through the process.
Yeah, he did indeed. 2-1 then to Humphries. Bunting with a throw. He's down to 2-6-4 after 2 visits. What can Humphries lead? Bunting will be pretty pleased in that he's created opportunities and be more disappointed he hasn't taken them.
That's what this game is all about. Giving yourself chances, but then you must take them. Otherwise, be prepared to reap the whirlwind. Now, 20 on the floor there for Bunting on dart 2, but he recovers by finding the bottom left of the treble 20 to score 80 there. That was a really good visit in the end.
It was, because from 3-4-4 and max from the left, Humphries on a finish, he only gets a ton. So it's advantage Bunting, 60 to the good, plus whatever he can rustle up here. World number one doesn't look overly happy at the moment.
No, he doesn't. He's just trying to figure out his feel and how he can get something back. Bunting on 184 is not staying on the 60 there. Went to the 18s with dart number 3, a wise plan to leave 50. And Humphries, he's going to leave a finish, but it's a big one. That ton leaves 144.
50 then for a level game. 18 for double 16 for the Bullets. Shots fired, 2-2.
And there's a nice pace about this game. These two know each other super well. Both world champions, of course, but in different codes. Bunting won the 2014 Lakeside, and then Wood, I suppose the right vernacular is, he jumped ship, and within a matter of a month he became a winner in the PDC Tour, beating Andrew Gilding in a UK Open qualifier. And then it was, hello PDC, I'm a winner already. And then 10 years later, Luke Humphries became world champion on this side.
Yeah, it's been a good period for Stephen Bunting. Again, he's averaging over a ton. But as he knows, as we've already mentioned, he averaged 105 against Humphries and got spanked 6-1.
And this is a slightly different game here. I just wonder if Humphries would like to wear this shirt in Sheffield in 2 weeks. Probably not a wise idea.
He's a world number one, he can wear what he wants. Might get some stick off the crowd, he might not.
He might wear some Sheffield United colours, which would get him 50% stick in Sheffield.
I don't think he'll do that.
No, I think he'll go back to his usual one. He's on 164 here. He's got a 57. He's got another one. Has he got a bullseye? He misses it. Left of target in the 25. And Bunting, well, 132. He can have a bull or a 25 to start this combo.
He can. Now, can he hit it? No, big 3. The big build-up, and then it's treble 20 just to add insult to injury. So Humphries will be back for 25 and a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, that was like ordering champagne and getting vinegar.
78.
I'll have a glass of vinegar, please. Just to wash down this awful champagne that I got earlier. Double 4 for Humphries. No.
Apparently, if you drink apple cider vinegar, that's really good for you. I read that this week. But what we're reading into this game right now is that Bunting is on 54 for a 3-2 lead in a break of throw. Single 14's good. Tops is missed low. And double 10 is missed. Just left. He clipped the wire. And Humphries somehow is coming back for double 4 and a 3-2 lead for himself. He's wildly high. Good guide, as they say in darts, because the second dart is right in the middle and it's 3-2 Humphries.
Well, I'll say what I said a couple of legs ago. He has had darts to win every leg, Bunting. He could be 5-0 up here. He's 3-2 down.
It's a funny old game, isn't it?
Yeah. Certainly is. Decent game, though.
I've really enjoyed this tonight. It's had a little bit of everything, but there's still more meat on the bone, which is something that in Yorkshire requires gravy. And we want the gravy, don't we? It's Leeds.
100.
Leeds. I'm amazed the crowd hasn't done that tonight.
Yeah, they've been pretty, mind you, probably still feeling the effects of a busy weekend, having been promoted to the Premier League and then had the big bank holiday day out. 3-2 Humphries leads as the chasm in the average is 15 points in favour of Bunting, but he's 3-2 down. Look, if Humphries win this for the 4th time this year in the Premier League, we will see Littler against Humphries in the final.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody would be disappointed about that, apart from Stephen Bunting, of course, because he's on 1-2-1 again. And he's going to go bull first this time, and he's got the bull. He's got the 39, the treble 13 is good. And this time he misses the double 16. So I want to know why he went for the 60, the 11 and the bull to end the game against Dobey and not that route.
Chris Dobey wanted to know that as well. When he hit it, I guess you'll know, just a feeling, isn't it? When you're there, you go for what you think you're going to hit. Double 16 inside, double 8. Oh, now this is getting a bit messy from Bunting. That's 4 more missed darts he's had, and Humphries is on 160.
Oh, you can get it this way. That's a 60. That isn't. And he flings the last dart away in disgust. And then an ironic smile from the world number 1. He was very disappointed with dart 2. It's double 2 for Bunting. And he's 3-2 down. But because he's hit the madhouse right there, it's now 3-3. I know what you mean about the feel aspect, Mark, because you stand on the tee of a certain golf hole and you've been a member there for 5 years and you think, I always pull the 4-iron. Today I fancy the driver. Maybe that's what he was feeling. I just know in my bones that I'm more likely to get it right now if I go 60 first.
Well, he went for it and he got it. And of course he had 2 bites of the cherry for doing it the single. He could have had treble 17 for the bull, of course. So he wasn't all or nothing. As Humphries fires in a maximum.
I'm starting to get the feeling that Humphries really wants a crack at Littler in his place, because even though he lives in Cheshire and he's originally from Newbury, this is his adopted home game.
Yeah, it is. It's his adopted city. And he's in good order here to make it 4-3. Littler awaits in the final, having been Gerwyn Price 6-3. Price missed darts for 4-all in that and never really got another look in.
Bunting on 3-9-2 here. Not for long. That's a somewhat lackadaisical maximum. Can't believe I just said that. Humphries on 87 though for a 4-3 lead. He's got 3 singles, 17, 18, then 20 to leave 32. And Bunting is wanting to leave 32 from 2-1-2.
Yes. He scored. Nice visit, but Humphries then double 16 to nudge himself back in front. Ooh, inside, outside, and outside again. So Bunting is going to get a look.
This game might be like a fruit machine because I'm seeing nudge, nudge, nudge everywhere. 72 turns into 52. It's double 16 for Bunting. And he's missed it left again.
4-3 Humphries. Bunting has had darts to win all 7 legs. And yet he is behind. If he loses this game, he will have only himself to blame.
And that's what Michael van Gerwen is such a chief at. If he loses a game, he blames nothing but himself. And he's done that his entire career. Incredibly magnanimous. Right now, Humphries knows that he's been quite fortunate to get the chances that he's taken for a 4-3 lead. But Bunting has still got time. And we know that he can win from behind because he's already done it tonight against Chris Dobey.
He has, but whilst Dobey didn't do a lot wrong, I'll be surprised if Humphries is as easy going when it comes to allowing his opponent back in. And Bunting here from 301 needs a big visit, and he's not got a treble yet. And he doesn't get one, and the beginning of the end could be happening here. Humphries 4-3 at only 30 behind.
Yeah, looking at 2-7-1, and he's not going to get enough with the first 2 darts where he can try and leave the 25 to leave the finish. Only 59 in the end to leave 212. Bunting on 2-4-1 is very much still in this leg, and he's having the same sort of trouble that he had in the Dobey game where the shoulder is being engaged. He's snatching the darts and he's very displeased.
125.
So Humphries down to 87, leads 4-3, Bunting on 182. He's in the red. Go on, do it. Leave double 1.
It's low in the 60. It's really hard to stay there. Oh, okay. Bull next. That's 110. That leaves 72. This could be a magnificent approach.
And it's 130, just in case. And this is not guaranteed for Humphries. 17, so it'll be 20 for the bullseye for 5-3. And the world #1 hits the bullseye. No big celebration, but Bunting acknowledges the brilliance of the finish. And Humphries is one away.
The best noise in the game, because when you hit the bullseye, it makes a slightly different noise to any other part of the board, because the sisal is slightly more tightly compacted in the centre of the board. It has a lovely pop sound to it. 5-3 up for Humphries. It could well be a Luke Derby in Leeds.
Yeah, will be their 6th meeting in the Premier League.
You think Humphries knows that he's qualified for the playoffs already? You think he's been told?
Yeah. What about this? They met in week 2, week 4, week 6, week 8, week 10, and now week 14. What happened in week 12?
Week 12 was Liverpool.
Gerwyn Price, Luke Humphries in the final.
And that could be the last night that Price wins. Having said that, he wouldn't care if he doesn't win another night in the first 16 weeks, as long as he wins week 17.
Yeah, former runner-up, of course. Got a few former runners-up, haven't we? Humphries himself, runner-up here, here in the Premier League last year.
Price, Cross as well. He lost to Van Gerwen.
Aspinall.
Yeah. He lost to Durrant.
Right, 184 Humphries. Bunting on 161. Only 26 from Humphries. So look at disbelief.
Somebody's getting a stare on that stage. And when Humphries stares at you, he's like General Zod. 161 for Bunting. He's got a 60. But he hasn't got the treble 17. So he has to go back up top. And there's plenty of fruit up there. 137 leaves 1-2-24, but 158 for the match is not going to go.
No, it's not. I've been surprised, you know. The crowd haven't been all pro Humphries, have they? Bunting has got his backers here. This is for a break, double 12. He's come inside that every time, double 6. Outside, massive dart, might be his last one. In Leeds to stay alive. Ooh, now a pause from the bullet. Almost a Rob Cross-esque pause. Wipes his hand on his trousers, psychs himself up. Looks like he's getting ready to jump off the top board at the swimming baths. And he misses badly inside, and that might be it for Bunting.
Humphries on 62 to win. He's got a 14. He's got a 16. He hasn't got a double 16. He was not pleased with that last dart at all. It missed by a centimetre on the inside. So Liverpool's Stephen Bunting, who lives in St Helens now, has got double 3 with the first dart. And he's still alive, having seen for the second time tonight someone miss a match dart against him.
He's had plenty of chances tonight, the bullet, but he's still in there fighting. 5-4, race to 6. He's going to have to win the last 3. He won the last 4 against Chris Dobey, but only 55 to open up leg 10.
And Humphries starts trebleless. His aura over the last 5 minutes has been more negative than positive. And he didn't want this match to be this tricky. He wanted to get rid of it, to give himself that 15-minute break before he plays Luke Littler. He might not even play the guy if he doesn't get out of this game, because Stephen Bunting is as hard to get rid of as a bowling ball, and the only thing getting used to get rid of it is a feather. He is so resolute. He might as well be a drill sergeant.
Humphries is averaging under 90. Who would have thought that?
That doesn't happen very often.
Well, his average has just gone over 90, and it might still be enough to beat Bunting. But Bunting's on 249, Humphries on 201. Bunting at the boards in the red bit, high in the red bit. Oh, begging for more. A maximum to get him down to a very handy finish. 140 leaves him on 109. Humphries from 201. He's pouring it on himself. Brilliant, 145 to leave 56. So it's 109 to take us to a decider for the bullet.
This is the kind of shot he takes out, because he likes saving his skin. Double 16. It's missed. A little left again, but Humphries is surely going to get 2 more match darts here.
Well, he missed a match start, but he's not going to miss a second one. And Luke Humphries retained his unbeaten run in Leeds. He's through to another final. He'll take on Luke Littler on week 19 of the Premier League of Darts in Leeds. Bunting is all smiles. He couldn't quite take it all the way to a deciding. Missed multiple opportunities in that match. Bunting, his Premier League campaign has only got 2 more weeks to run. But cool hand Luke, he's into the playoffs in London, and he's on the way to a final here with Luke Littler. Paul Nicholson, who's going to win it?
At this stage, I would have to go with Littler. I think he likes playing the away game. It's most definitely going to be an away game for him in the final. I just love this dynamic though. Both players are already qualified for the O2 in 3 weeks' time, and they can open their shoulders in the final tonight. Littler's going for title number 6 in this year's Premier League. He's going to need a bigger shelf. And Luke Humphries is going for his 3rd, and he'll want to get his first one since Exeter in week 4. He'll want it badly to keep this undefeated streak alive in Leeds, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, thanks to Paul. You back next week?
Back next week.
Good man. Safe travels home, Paul. We'll see Paul next week on the Premier League of Darts on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. When it comes to Darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing off your game. Threat Protection Pro helps you dodge bogus sites, and with the Dart Web Monitor you get a heads up if your personal info starts circulating in the online equivalent of the madhouse. Go to nordvpn.com/dartsvpn. You get 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Final to come here in Leeds on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, and it will be Luke Littler taking on Luke Humphries for the title in Leeds.